For the 2016 tax season, there's actually a couple ways to file your return. There's the traditional paper returns, but you can't get those in the mail these days, so you're going to have to go to irs.gov to get your forms. You can also file electronically. If you file electronically, you have a couple of options. You can use DIY software like a TurboTax or an H&R, or you can go to irs.gov and use the free file system. You can actually qualify to use the free file system as long as your income's below $62,000. And of course, you can always use your tax preparer. Tax preparer can e-file or paper file, but chances are they're going to e-file. The IRS is really pushing tax preparers this year to e-file. And then something new for 2016 is that a lot of DIY tax preparers are going to be able to file their own taxes straight from their phone. TurboTax is teaming up with Apple, and you're going to be able to, with a thumbprint, file your return right over the phone. No need to buy software or walk into an office. So if you're going to file by paper, first of all, you should know that the IRS really doesn't like it when you file by paper anymore. The IRS figures that you make more mistakes, and it actually takes much longer to file. So if you file by paper and you're expecting a refund, be prepared to wait at least 6 to 8 weeks to get your refund. So that's important if you really, really need your cash. E-filing is the fastest way to file, and the IRS says that if you e-file and use direct deposit, you should expect to get your refund back in as little as 10 days. Obviously, if you get flagged for something like a credit that doesn't look exactly right, that might take a little longer, but generally e-filing is going to speed things up. If you're using a tax preparer, you want to make sure they have a PTIN, and that's a PTIN, and it's a taxpayer preparer number, and it's exactly like your Social Security number, and they have to put that number on every return. If that number's not on the return, don't let your tax preparer send that return. If you're worried about whether or not your tax preparer has a PTIN, you can check them out on the IRS. The IRS has a list of all of the tax preparers that have a PTIN for the season. In terms of what constitutes the best method, it really is a matter of choice. A lot of folks like paper because they feel like it's more secure, especially with all of the things that you've been hearing lately about data hacks, breaches, that sort of thing. But e-filing will get your return to the IRS quicker, and it'll get your refund back to you faster. Obviously, in terms of making mistakes, if you're not sure what you're doing, tax preparer is always a good idea because they probably know more than you do.